Who is the wolf? Let's just say I'm someone who's hungry for change. I've seen firsthand what the future of hacking looks like, and it's bad. We're not just talking about a bunch of kids stealing information and causing chaos. Those days are long gone. It's a big business now. Lots of dark forces at play. And let me tell you, it's only going to get worse. Our money, our medical records, our governments, nothing is safe. Enough's enough. In my humble opinion, the only way to fix the system is to expose all the holes in it. And that means tearing the whole thing down, weakness by weakness, so we can reinvent it. Together.
Apparently there's some character out there who calls himself the Wolf. And he's making a real mess of things. Hacking a printer here to create chaos. I gotta give it to him. He certainly got their attention. But if you ask me, wolves are just dogs who haven't been housebroken. At first glance, you wouldn't think this place has any vulnerabilities. So did all the hospitals that used to be their clients. But the Wolf sure found some. For reasons beyond me, he made a real meal out of their security. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't come back for seconds. Starting with this machine right here. Now for my favorite part.
One, color credential 013147.US. Verified. Greetings, Mr. Banks. How do you wish to proceed?
Speaking of satellite phones, I just wired mine up to this camera. The camera with which I recorded everything you just said. And right now, it's being uploaded to a secret UN server. From there, the video will be put into a publish queue and automatically released in the next 5 minutes. And unless I give the command code, that video will be emailed to every reporter, journalist, and major news network in the world.
The Republic's King Billy has now passed away. 'Twas the dawn of the 12th on a soft summer's day. Sound the bugles, blow the horns, assemble the troops, for we all now should mourn. A soldier of honour, a family man, he gave all good service as any man can. He represented our culture on many's a trip, and when push came to shove, he could well crack a whip. So let's all now pause and reflect on his past. A thought for the family, his comrades, the cast. And on that thought it appears to me, a man of calibre, with honour, whose soul now soars free.
DARPA is an agency of the Defense Department. Our job is to invest in the breakthrough technologies that can create the next generation of national security capabilities. That mission is rooted in our origins in the wake of Sputnik. That was a moment when the United States realized that we needed a way to prevent that kind of technological surprise. And dating all the way back to DARPA's foundation in 1958, our predecessors really quickly realized that the best way to prevent surprise is to go create some surprises of our own. Predicting the future is always a perilous business. For us at DARPA, what we try to do is look deeply into different technology areas. We often will look for the areas of technology where something's bubbling and brewing. We go find amazing technologists and bring them to DARPA for short terms, typically 3 to 5 years, and we really rely on them to go see what's happening in the technology community, understand some of the hardest national security and military challenges that we have, and to craft the kinds of DARPA programs that could make a huge impact. DARPA is actually a very small agency. We're only a couple of hundred government employees in an office building. We do our work by being able to tap this vast technology community in universities, in companies of all sizes. DARPA is the kind of place where you can get on the elevator in the morning and there'll be a serial entrepreneur who's now a program manager, a Navy SEAL, and a world-famous hacker, and they're solving some kind of problem between, the first floor and the 10th floor. It's so essential for our mission that DARPA remain nimble, and part of that is structural in the way that we've designed the agency. The fact that we only bring program managers in for short tours. Built into that is a constant refresh of great new ideas, but within those communities, DARPA plays one particular role, and that role is to make these pivotal early investments in technology so that we can change what's possible, and that's what really allows us to take these big strides forward. DARPA's technologies often end up having quite an interesting impact that's broad in our society. Again, we make these investments because of their national security potential, but we have many, many examples of how they have spilled over and often created a technology foundation that helped build the products and then the companies and then the industries that ultimately have changed how we live and work. For the next generation growing up, it's really hard to imagine life without smartphones and the internet, but those core technologies that made those things possible trace back to our early investments and those of many other research supporters.